This is something that you have to like, because it is not something I like as much as I feel just terrible for the father here. So, well, there's a father whose 3 daughters were gymnasts in the U.S. gymnastics program, and they were abused by Larry Nassar, this human piece of garbage. And the father in the courtroom charged Larry Nassar, and I just wish, I wish that the security had not stopped him, because Larry Nassar deserves every bit of brutality that this father can inflict on him.
I would ask you to, as part of this sentencing, to grant me 5 minutes in a locked room with this demon. Would you do that?
That is not.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
Would you give me 1 minute?
You know that I can't do that. That's not how it is.
Well, I'm going to have to get something out.
Stay down. Stay down. I understand.
Let me have that son of a bitch.
I understand, but stay down.
I want that.
Stop fighting. Behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
I want that son of a bitch.
Put your hands behind your back. I know.
Give me 1 minute with that pass through.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good.
So professional. It's fun.
1 minute.
Relax, sir.
Relax.
Take it easy, buddy.
Just relax. Okay, now we're gonna kind of let up, okay? You have to let up too, okay? All right, sit up. Get on your side. Sit up.
Where is he? 1, 2, 3, up. What if this happened to you guys?
Not behave like that. No one can behave like this. I want to make sure it's crystal clear. I'm sure Judge Craig.
You haven't lived through it, lady.
You cannot behave like this. This is letting him have this power over us, okay? She will come out and tell you this. I don't want to see another parent get arrested or put handcuffs on or a victim. We cannot behave like this. I understand Mr. Margrave's frustration, but you cannot do this. This is not helping your children. This is not helping your community. This is not helping us. This is not helping the police department. Use your words, use your experiences to get him and to change. Do not use physical violence.
In this case, while a parent impact statement was being made, the court observed you, sir, assault and attempt to batter the defendant. And assault, of course, is being that placing individuals who believe they're at threat of harm or physical abuse. And in fact, you had to be taken down by officers. That is why we are back here immediately, because the court believes summary proceedings are appropriate because we are doing it immediately. Mr. Graywall, do you agree with that?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
I would like to make comments.
Pardon me?
I would like to make
Yes, I'm not there yet. So, and I would indicate for the record that at one of the breaks, the court did meet with our prosecutor, Mr. Doug Lloyd, Mr. Graywall, on your behalf. The defense attorney, Mr. Newberg, was consulted, and our sheriff was present. So there was a discussion. I would indicate for the record that you have been being held in a holding cell since that time, that you've not been just walking around the building, you've been back in a holding cell. And so now the question is, what does the court do about the fact that you were in direct contempt of court? Just for the record, you need to know that I could give you a jail sentence. I could fine you up to $7,500. I could order any costs or expenses associated with the proceeding, and any combination of that. I don't want to do that. I understand. Well, actually, I don't. I'm a parent. I can't say that I understand. I don't know what it would be like to stand there as a father and know that 3 of your girls were injured physically and emotionally by somebody sitting in a courtroom. I can't fathom that. Angie, the Attorney General, did share with me that you heard things today on the record that you didn't know before. I can see that absolutely creating an anger and a rage so great that any parent would want to do physical harm. So I understand that. But you have to understand that this is a courtroom. And this is where we carry out and enforce the rules of law. It is not acceptable that we combat assault with assault. We have to teach our children and other adults that when people do things that are wrong and they break the law, we handle that by using the legal proceedings to punish them. We cannot, and I cannot tolerate or condone vigilantism or any other type of action that basically comes down to an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That is not, and that's not what's best in this situation. What's best here is that we take this horrible tragedy and we learn to educate people. And I don't disagree that as a parent and the victims that you want people held accountable. I don't disagree with that. Use the legal system to do it. Use the system of justice that's here, and there will be the proper punishment. But as for the direct contempt of court, there is no way that this court is going to issue any type of punishment given the circumstances of this case. And my heart does go out to you and your family because of what you've gone through. Now, it's my understanding that you're going to be released, but I need you to give me your solemn promise that nothing else is going to happen, that nobody has to be concerned about going to their cars, and that this was truly an immediate and emotional reaction of a father to hearing what you heard today. Go ahead, sir.
That is correct, Your Honor. I appreciate your sympathy. I'd like to apologize to you in the courtroom proceedings. I do have the highest and utmost respect for our judicial system. I'd like to apologize to everyone in the courtroom and all the officers, the fine upstanding officers that were forced to deal with my outburst. I came here in support of my daughters. I knew they were going to read a statement. I didn't know what all was in it. They would not let me see it ahead of time. I've dealt with my daughters as of late very delicately. I'm realizing they may never trust a man again. Then I got to hear that, and I look over here, and Larry Nassar's shaking his head no, like it didn't happen. Who would put herself through this if it didn't happen? I lost control. I apologize 100 times. You have my word, I will not be at future proceedings. I didn't come to the proceedings before today. I came solely for support of my daughters today. I'm definitely calmed down. I'm embarrassed. I'm not here to upstage my daughters. I'm here to help them heal.
I believe you, and I accept your apology on behalf of the court. And let's just leave it at that now, shall we?
Thank you.
I think that's the best way to handle it.